Hey guys, it's time to talk about this rock crawler. This is a little RC car you're going to find under a couple different names. This here is the WLtoys version. There's also one by JJRC. There is one by, I believe it's Husband or Hoopson, something like that. And a couple others. It's pretty popular, pretty common design. A lot of people are copying it and using it with only very, very slight differences. Price on this is generally going to be between $25 and $35. This is a very popular entry-level RC car for a lot of reasons. Number one, it's very easy to use, very simple. It's not too fast, it's not too complex, very easy to use, all that good stuff. I mean, this is a car I take out with my, literally, 4-year-old, and he plays with it and has a great time with it. So we're going to take a little bit of a closer look at it, do some demonstrations as far as how this thing runs and moves, and all that. So, alright, let's take a close-up look. What this thing is, it is a 4-wheel drive. So, what you have is 2 sets of motors. So they do run all 4 wheels. It has steering in the front only. Fine adjustment, that way if you do get out of whack, you can adjust your alignment. Independent suspension for the front and rear. And you can see this is pretty, got a lot of nice give to it. You know, this works really good as a rock crawler and a climber. There's a lot of movement there. You know, this thing really, has a lot to give. Not a lot of interchangeability as far as parts with other things out there, but overall pretty cool. The battery compartment is here. This particular model takes a 3.7 volt LiPo, but I have put in the 4.8 volt nickel metal hydrides and it does work just fine. So there is a little change in the battery. It uses a JST SM connector. It's a 2-pin SM, just in case you're wondering. So you can tinker around with the batteries, buy extras for really cheap, make your own. Comes with a USB charger, which I have misplaced for the second. And here is the controller. Cool thing, right or left-handed, so you can adjust the wheel. So if you want to use it right or left-handed, you can do that. Your simple forward, reverse. Nothing too crazy, really. Just kind of, it goes. So we're going to turn this on, show you the controls real quick, how they work. Then we'll move on to the demonstration, what you guys really want to see. So of course you have forwards and backwards. You can see all 4 wheels going. And one other thing to note, there is a little bit of graduated, control when it comes to speed, but not a lot. It's pretty much full blast and not. You get a little bit of a creep, and then there's full blast. So there's really not a ton. So if you are using this, it's pretty much going to be full blast almost all the time. The same goes with the steering. You really can't just steer a little bit. It's all or nothing. So you can see that control there on that. Alright, flip that back over real quick. See, it's not the fastest thing on earth. You can walk and keep up with this thing, no problem. The controller does take regular AA batteries. I'm actually still on my first pair, despite using this for quite a bit. So, construction-wise, you can see that everything's kind of held together with screws, so if you do have to make repairs, very easy to do. In fact, I've already had to make one. I had this little control arm here pop out. No big deal, just loosen these screws, popped it back in. Everything was great. So if you do have issues with the suspension, I know I have read online some people have replaced out the suspension and done other various mods with these. There are some things you can do. I know people have replaced out the wheels, and the wheels are a very soft rubber, really good for outdoors. Alright, that simple, that easy. And we'll move on to the demonstration. Alright, let's talk and do the indoor portion here to show you the controls real quick. Forward and backwards, like I said, you can go slowly. but this really doesn't have the best control as far as speed. It's pretty much either really slow or full blast. Likewise, the steering controls are always 100%. So you're going to have to indoor controls, as you can see, it's not the most maneuverable on earth, so you're going to have to do some backing up occasionally to make this thing actually happen. Whoop. And this thing will crawl over anything. Let me change that around so it's actually set up for left-handed. So maneuverability is kind of not the best, guys. Whoop. And this will crawl over anything, guys. I'm telling you. There we go. And we're going to go over this box here just to show you the capabilities of this thing to crawl over stuff. I mean, it is really spectacular. It won't back up over it, but we'll go around again. But yeah, this is a lot of fun if you want to set up like a little, you know, remote control course in your house. You know, you can go over toys, you can go over things. One of my big complaints, as you just heard, is this wheel does not stick in the best. It falls out pretty easy, so if you are turning and all that, it can happen. It does pop out. I wish there was kind of a screw that would hold it in place, but there's not. It just holds in via friction. So once again, we'll take a stroll over this thing. Try that. So yeah, this thing. Yeah, I don't really go over stuff. It's really, you know, not a bad toy. And when it comes to rock crawling and stuff like that, this thing's really got a lot of maneuverability, really. And walking speed, guys, if you're using this for a kid, perfect speed. A kid can walk around with. My son's 4. He can walk along and play with this no problem. Controls are easy. He has no problems using this all by himself. So it is pretty good, especially for the 20-something bucks. And you can see the maneuverability on it is just really, really something nice. Oh, it goes. There we go. Alright, and now we'll move on to the outdoor.
Let's fly in